It's Monday, Delmarva. Hope you don't have the Monday blues, but if you do, hopefully we can pick you up today. We're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo. Paige, did you have a good weekend?
I did. It was on Delmarva,
nice.
Finally, for a weekend. I know, got to stick around here. Got the stuff I kind of just been needing to get done. The bills, the cleaning, catching up on laundry, all that. Saw a movie, but what about you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We hung out with some of the other gals from CoastTV, had a big brunch, very cute, very fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Every year we do that for Galentine's Day.
Yeah, it's just nice to catch up with everybody out of the work setting, you know?
Exactly. And especially all the different schedules and everything.
Yes.
It's always good to come together.
Yes,
yeah,
very,
a lot of fun.
nice.
Good.
Yeah.
But hopefully you're ready for the work week, though. Oh, you know what else I did over the weekend?
What?
Okay, so I'm going to take you back to when we had Lacey with Coastal Comfort.
Yes.
On the show. She has that really long, beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. And it's mermaid hair.
Okay, I'm glad you said mermaid because she had it crimped, so it looked very mermaid-like. She inspired me to go buy a hair crimper.
Nice.
I haven't used it yet, but got that, so excited. And it's one of those things that I think I've been wanting since like the 90s and just never got. And so you and I were kind of talking about this of like, what is something that you have in your adult life that like 15, 16-year-old you would be like, yeah, girl, finally. Or like, oh, you're cool. You know, she'd be like, yes.
She'd probably be jealous that I'm like actually decent at doing makeup now, where like 16-year-old me couldn't. She didn't.
Well, no one really
she just didn't. Yeah, but she didn't even try. Like she was a little stubborn about it. But I think my art desk is something that she would really enjoy too.
Yeah.
Like all the art supplies that I've collected over the years, the different paints, the different canvases, because she was strictly a sketch artist back in the day.
That's cute. Would she be shocked or like pleasantly surprised, or how would she feel about you having a cat?
She would love that.
Aww.
She would love that.
I like that trend on TikTok that I see that it's kind of emotional, but it's like when someone's like working hard or having a bad day and they're like, I'm doing it for her, and they show a picture of themselves as like a baby or like a toddler or something.
But I was trying to even think back of like, what are even the things that I really wanted as a 16-year-old? And I was struggling to kind of come up with some of them. I actually think maybe a passport would also be the coolest thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like she would think that that's really cool because I didn't even really start traveling until my 20s. So, and I always wanted to, because just as growing up, we didn't really, family of 5, hard to kind of cart around and take places. And my dad doesn't like more than a 2-hour road trip. So we would come here and that was our vacations growing up. So I was like, there's a whole world out there and I want to see it.
That's a very good point. My 16-year-old self would be ecstatic to know I have a home here on like in the beach area.
Yes, me too.
Ecstatic, because when I was 16, I was vacationing in Rehoboth. So now she would be so hyped.
Yeah, and I definitely had some moments too where I realized like when I first moved down here and I was walking around and I like clearly remember some moments in my teenage years where I'd be like, man, what I wouldn't give to live here at the beach.
I know. Sometimes I have to remind myself that because I catch myself. I used to every day after work when I first started working here, I would like take my work phone or my laptop to the boardwalk and I'd finish working there or going on walks. And now, honestly, I don't think I've been to the beach in weeks.
It's hard. When I first moved down here, I was so excited to live at the beach, and I don't think I saw the beach for almost an entire year. I was like, I never saw it because I was working or driving around or doing stuff on the weekends, and you just never ended up at the beach. So I've been better at taking time to get down to the beach.
You know what else? Actually, I just thought of this. 16-year-old Paige would love that we have a car with working heat.
Hey,
because my first car wasn't it. She'd be so happy.
16-year-old me would probably be look at my vehicles I've had since then and been like, yeah, that feels about right.
Well, it has a cute...
None of them have been overly impressive.
It has cute lights and pictures in the back of it.
Does. She'd be like, it's cute.
16-year-old you hasn't gone through the pandemic yet where vans that have been converted are cool yet.
That's true.
You know?
She would dig it, but she'd be like, oh, really? We don't have a cooler car?
Yeah.
Something?
She'd get there.
She'd be ready for the adventure. That's true.
That's awesome.
We've talked about this before, but we actually kind of are taking a different spin on this. I know... I think months ago now, we talked about fake engagement rings and their popularity. A lot more women are wearing them just because, you know, they don't want to damage, lose, or, you know, not be able to keep track of their real engagement ring because they're expensive, they're nice, they're beautiful, and they mean a lot. So it kind of begs the question, should guys even buy real engagement rings for their girls?
I love this question. I think it depends on, honestly, how often are you really planning on using your engagement ring? I know, like my sister, for example, she's a nurse. I think she only wears her wedding ring and engagement ring when she's going to like a nice dinner or something. I'm not going to say she's not getting her money's worth. I don't know that about it, but I know she always wears her rubber ring because that's what she uses at work. And then when you go home, you're taking care of the baby and stuff. Who wants to wear your real ring? So I think it depends on your lifestyle. I do think that is a conversation a lot more couples should be having. Because if you're not going to wear it, kind of what is the point? You can get, I used to try on rings at like Kohl's.
Right.
You know, they were fake diamonds, and I'm like, this is beautiful. Who can tell?
Yeah.
So I kind of think it's a good idea. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that.
I wouldn't either. And I think you're right. Having that conversation beforehand is a great start, because I think it does depend on your lifestyle. If you use your hands a lot, if you're going to be, you know, washing your hands constantly, if there's ways that you could damage or lose your ring. I know a lot of people wear fake ones on vacation so that you don't lose your ring on the beach somewhere and never see it again.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of reasons to keep a fake ring in tow. But it's just, I know that, like, the sentiment, and it kind of, you're like, okay, why do we have this tradition? What does the tradition mean? What does, like, you kind of dive into all these different tiers and branches of the actual significance of a diamond ring. So I thought it was interesting. I really wanted to hear your perspective, because you have an engagement ring.
And a fake one too.
So I was like, well, here's somebody who has both. So I wanted to hear.
I get my money's worth of my real one, definitely. I still wear it every single day, but I do have that fake one strictly because my fiance and I travel a lot. So I do wear it, and just, you know, it could get stolen. If this is more from traveling to another country, I don't want to lose it at a resort, or from swimming in the ocean and I forget about it. That's the only reason. I do think I'm getting my money's worth of my ring. But like I said, other people, I totally get it.
Get it too.
And maybe you're not a jewelry girl.
Also true.
You know,
also true.
There's a lot. I did see that. You know, the rubber rings tend to just be bands.
Yeah.
I did see rubber rings that have the fake rubber diamond, and I'm like, that's me. I need that.
Cute.
It's so cute. So I think I'm gonna get that for whenever, if I ever need one. But
fun. There you go. See, there you go. We just, you know, conversations worth having if you're kind of taking that next step in your life.
Yeah, and apparently 2024, we talked about this, is supposed to be the year of love and engagements. So
we did hear that.
Start talking about it. We're trying to save your money.
That's right. That's right. We also wanted to talk about, I mean, we've talked about green flags, red flags, beige flags, all about potential partners, but we haven't really talked much about our own red flags. So this was another fun conversation that we decided to have. What are maybe some red flags about you? You can always join conversations on our socials, but we figured we would answer this question ourselves. Paige, you got any?
So the best is, when you asked me earlier, I was like, no. And perfect. And I think,
and I would agree.
Well, I think that's my red flag, is sometimes I think, like, am I overreacting? Am I a red flag right now? No, I'm justified. I think that is my red flag, is that sometimes when I'm in the moment of having an argument, or if I'm angry about something, standing up for somebody, anything like that, I'm like, this is justified. And then
sometimes you
the next day I'm like, that was a little dramatic.
Maybe.
So I think that's my red flag, is if I'm getting fired up, I will get fired up.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I too like to sometimes shoot from the hip, and I've said things I regret. But I think I tend to bottle up a lot, and then I'll have these like explosive emotional moments, usually not in front of people, but like
they happen.
I save those for the car. But I will get just like, I will overwhelm myself with my own thoughts and my own like, oh my gosh, I should have done this, I should be here, I should be there. And especially, I think my like frustrated, angry feelings, I'm not as good at expressing in the moment, or saying like, hey, that makes me feel uncomfortable, and like I can't always necessarily explain why. So sometimes I'm like, I need to sit with it for a minute, and then I can explain it. But like in the moment, I'll just kind of like bottle all these things up, and I'll be like, everything's terrible.
Oh, yeah. I had a moment like that the other day, and then my mom calls me the next morning. I'm like, everything's good, Mom. She's like, I knew you just needed a nap.
Yep. Sometimes, man, a nap is all you need. Naps are a magical, wonderful thing.
Fight with me the next day.
Please. Exactly. So we want to hear from you. You have a good self-awareness sense. What are your red flags? You can always, again, email us, team@coastlife.com. We love hearing from you for all kinds of topics. But we've got a great show for you today. Let's see what's coming up on Coast Life.
Here's what's coming up today on the show. We are wrapping up Black History Month with a free, very important movie that you can see locally.
We're also getting a sneak peek at a story about how saltwater is affecting our farmlands.
And did you know it's Pistachio Day? That's weird. It's also pretty funny, and we have a joke jar to go along with it.
Coast Life is sponsored by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
Tonight, it's a big new deal.
Let's go! Boys, buckle up, Reba.
Starting with a new season of The Voice with the double chair.
First ever coaching duo. We're Dan and Shay. My first thought was block them.
You get two for the price of one.
Then the premiere of Deal or No Deal Island.
More adventure. Anyone afraid of heights?
What?
More risk.
Let's go!
Same question. Deal or no deal?
It all starts tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Spark your senses at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Rehoboth Beach. Food lovers, home chefs, and tea enthusiasts rejoice. Smell and sample your way through hundreds of exotic spices and teas from around the world. Our signature blends and rubs are hand-mixed daily to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Talk to our tea experts and learn the wellness benefits of drinking fresh loose-leaf premium teas. Find a tasteful gift for that special someone or join us for an in-store cooking demo. Find your way to flavor at the Spice and Tea Exchange on the Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Sister locations in Annapolis, Maryland, and Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
Unreal.
Hi, gang. Good to see y'all.
It's National Geographic Week. 2 special wedges.
Look at this.
Once-in-a-lifetime cruise.
You're going on an expedition cruise to Baja California.
Monday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy. The wait is over.
This is the biggest tournament of champions ever.
And it's off to a flying start.
Correct again. Oh, yeah.
Monday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Dr. Phil's no-nonsense cure for what's ailing America. Next, Inside Edition, his new book, We've Got Issues, and his brutally honest look at the state of the nation today.
10 principles for saving this society.
Can common sense bring us back together? Then, behind the scenes at the SAG Awards. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Kids Catch.
You're watching Coast Life, and it's Monday, so we need some jokes as a pick-me-up. So look who's here. Hey, Katie Zerilli with Delmarva Life is back because Katie has a very good sense of humor.
Oh, you think so? That's nice. I think so. I love laughing.
You make me laugh.
Oh, you make me laugh.
Yeah, well, I hope
Hopefully
so. Hopefully that works out today. Katie, it is Pistachio Day.
Really?
Who knew?
I didn't know there was a Pistachio Day.
I didn't either.
But I'm glad I have green pants on.
Oh my God.
Pistachios are green.
Yeah, inside. The meat. Yes, exactly. You're on theme.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can make Katie crack today with pistachio-themed jokes. She has water. So really the key, I know this sounds silly, the key is really fill up with your cheeks.
Fill it up, okay.
Fill it up. Otherwise you're just going to be like, and you're going to swallow it.
Gotcha. Okay, I don't want to swallow it.
Yep, so she's going to drink the water.
Okay.
Or don't drink it. Hold it in your mouth. And then I'm going to read pistachio-themed jokes. Here we go, Katie. Why did the pistachio go to school? To get a little nuttication. I don't actually understand that one. I think it was supposed to be education, nuttication. That wasn't good. What did one pistachio say to another at the party? Let's celebrate. Womp womp. Why was the pistachio always late for work? Oh, this is... I don't understand this one. These are a bust. Because it couldn't find its car kernel. Car kernel? Its car kernel? It's car kernel. It couldn't find its car kernel. Okay. Let me look through these. I haven't read these before, obviously. What do you call a pistachio? What do you call a pistachio with a great sense of humor? A wisecracker. This is so bad. Why do pistachios throw a party? They go nuts with excitement. That was either the best joke you ever heard.
I was excited about it. I was like, oh, it's so fun.
Or she's just trying to make me feel better about these pistachio jokes.
I mean, I respect it. The fact that we have there's a whole thing dedicated to pistachios.
Yeah, maybe they made you chuckle with how dumb they were.
Yeah, no, they were good.
Yeah, and hey, if you want to hydrate, there's your water. Okay. Happy Pistachio Day, world. Katie, thanks again for joining us.
Oh, so happy to be here.
Okay, go eat your pistachios. We'll be back with more Coast Life after this.
Don't miss any of your favorite Coast Life moments. Hang out with us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're there. And don't forget, you can find full episodes of Coast Life at coastlife.com. There's more Coast Life on the way.
On Coast TV News at 5.
Lewis dredging completion. After a month-long delay, how the newly dredged canal benefits local boaters and fishermen.
Berlin beverage debate. Could hard liquor at events change the game for Berlin businesses?
Saltwater farming crisis. With rising sea levels, Delaware's farmers face a growing threat. What this means for our local food supply.
And we have record-setting heat across the country, but it's also affecting us as well. How high will we go? Coming up on Coast TV News at 5.
Persino Wells and Woodland specializes in estate planning and elder law. It's the only thing we do. We help Delaware families create estate plans that work because to us, a true estate plan is much more than documents. I'm Michelle Persino Wells.
And I'm Amber Woodland. Estate planning helps families protect their assets from the cost of long-term care, provide for their loved ones, and simplify the tasks to be completed after their deaths. We help families plan today to protect their families tomorrow.
Immerse yourself and experience Lord's Mercantile in our award-winning garden center. Venture our 5 acres and find a wide variety of plants and much more. For 45 years, our sales team has helped our customers find exactly what they want. While you're here, visit Lord's Mercantile next door. We carry a wide variety of gifts, home decor, treats, and more. From trendy to classic, we have something for everyone. Check us out online and on social media. Shop and sign up for the Lord's Loyalty Program and join our Lord's family today.
It's time to experience an extraordinary lineup of entertainment at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. Enjoy performances by the Four Phantoms in concert on February 4th, Wheel of Fortune Live on February 29th, The Simon and Garfunkel Story March 18th, and The Price is Right Live on April 1st. The excitement is building, and now it's your turn to be a part of it. Secure your seats at ococean.com/pack and join us for the most amazing season yet. Don't miss out. Come experience the magic of live performances all in one place at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center. See you there.
You can buy it on me, you can sing in your seats. I got my eye on you, I got my eye on you. Go straight back to blackout. The devil you know, the devil you don't. Ice cold, mechanical, artificial.
93.5, The Beach.
It's now or never.
2 dead bodies in the name of free speech.
Nobody needs to die today.
This girl was targeted.
You come and see it by my daughter!
When you're undercover, one mistake and it's all over.
Can I go home now? That's not how this works.
Law & Order Thursday on NBC and Peacock.
You can sing.
Well, that's debatable.
Have you thought about going on The Voice?
I've thought about it. People have inquired about me going on The Voice before.
You would have my vote.
Thank you.
Of course. Especially if I was John Legend in the blind auditions. I'd be like, oh, that voice sounds familiar. Boom. Turn around.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do love The Voice, though, and a new season premieres tonight.
Yes.
Right here on Coast TV.
I thought The Voice was so cool and unique. Like, when it first hit the scene, I was like, this was the spin we need on a singing show. Where, like, you can't see the artist. You're solely going off the way they sound. So that way, just, like, the sellability, if you will, of the way the marketability of someone's looks doesn't factor into it. Like, we're going solely on talent.
It changed completely the way singing competitions go. It is so big. It's grown so much. And again, that new season premieres tonight, season 25. Can you believe it?
25 seasons later. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. But John Legend and Reba, of course, 2 of the most popular judges on that show, they're going to play a little game, see how good they'll be at the blind auditions. All right. Let's check it out.
This season on The Blinds, we're doing things a little differently with this.
You go first.
It's kind of Play-Doh-y. I don't know what it is.
Ew.
Ew.
What do you think it is?
It feels like the model of a brain.
Yes!
I did it.
I'm a little
Get
nervous.
in there.
It's an accordion.
Of course it is.
Cute.
Let's see how similar this is. All right, I'll leave it to the accordion players.
Experts.
All right, Reba's gonna see what's going on. I'm not gonna see it. It's blind for me. Okay. This feels like that wire that the kids do the crafts with. Pipe cleaners.
There you
They're
go.
pipe
That's
cleaners.
it. Ding, ding. My turn.
There we go. The great reveal. Our audience will know what we're looking at. Oh my goodness.
Ugh. Something on a platter. Ugh. Sushi.
Yes.
Yay! Ugh.
I think we did pretty well, Reba.
I thought we did marvelously well.
Does that mean we're gonna do well in the blind auditions this season?
Yes, it
Of
is.
course we're gonna do well.
Yeah, y'all watch, because we're good.
I figured we'd play a little game just so you guys could kind of get to know us better. This is called Two Truths and a Lie. The first one is, my real name is James. Shay and I are cousins. And I was homeschooled.
I don't believe they're cousins. No, he's Arkansas, Pittsburgh. No.
You never lived somewhere else that your
From your
cousins have?
cousin?
He was homeschooled.
I believe
You
he was
think that?
homeschooled.
Homeschooled?
The lie is that they're cousins. I would agree with that.
I agree.
That's 100% correct. Dan and I both have 2 kids and 1 dog. I studied finance in college. Dan's wife, Abby, sings backup vocals on some of our songs.
I believe the last 2. I know you have 3 kids.
You don't know that
We just talked about it.
Well, I don't know about
Two truths and a lie. Okay, great.
You were correct on that. Last round here.
Ready.
We've opened up for voice legend Blake Shelton.
We used to be in a quartet, but we broke off to become a duo. I started out in an emo band. You know what I'm going
Swoop,
for.
yeah.
Swoop.
I could see emo.
know.
Do you
Yeah.
think they were in a quartet?
No,
You sure?
no. Emo and Blake are the truth.
I would agree.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, man.
All right, you first.
Here we are.
Why are you guys nervous? Like, I'm the one that.
I didn't know it was going to be alive.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's your initial reaction?
I don't like touching it, so that's my
Yeah.
first. That's my initial reaction.
That's gonna
And
be a
now
problem
Something
for
on
this
this
game,
side
I feel
feels.
like.
Is it a spider and a bunch of spider web?
Ding, 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 ding. That's correct.
All right, you guys turn.
I'm so nervous.
Oh, God. Feels like a human hand.
What is?
Oh, that's your hand.
It's just straight up. Dan, do you
That's
know
a
what it is?
pineapple. That's a pineapple.
It's a straight up pineapple. All right, round 3. Very excited. Trying not to react,
Okay.
but I am so excited.
Okay.
Okay. Really get in there.
Yeah.
Should I just squeeze it?
I think you should
Yeah.
squeeze it as hard as you can. Yes.
I like the way that it feels.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that,
yeah.
Is that
No,
how
that's-
most people feel when
that's
they
how
know
most
that they're
people-
touching it?
That when they know that they're touching it, I think that they're pretty excited. Okay.
Oh.
It's
Falling out?
okay.
Is it Jello?
That too.
Yes.
That's correct.
Last round. Let's make it disgusting.
Okay.
Uh-oh. No,
Maybe you guys go one at a time. Yeah, you start off, Dan, and then Shay. What are our initial thoughts?
Going with the theme of what the spiders were, my initial thought would be like a skeleton head.
You guys are correct.
Let's go, baby!
We did a great job.
We all got
guys.
100%. That's 300%. Pretty solid.
We put our heads together and
That's right. So we got all of us.
I think this is actually a human cranium, like a real
I
one.
really do think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
human
man.
head.
That's a
Yeah,
dead
I don't want
guy.
to get too
Smell
close
it.
to that. I'm good.
Season 25.
Okay, they did okay. Yeah, not bad.
Not bad.
The brain kind of freaked me out.
The accordion was cool. Of course, Reba could identify an accordion.
Of
She's a musician.
Exactly. Yeah. So don't forget Voice tonight, brand new season, season 25. It will be on NBC. Also, though, you can check it out on Peacock. It normally posts the next day. So if you're just gonna go to bed early tonight, like I am, we can maybe check it out tomorrow.
Yeah. Avoid the spoilers until then.
Don't post any spoilers. Please. Okay. Exactly. All right, guys. More Coast Life, though, before The Voice airs. We have more to get to, so we'll be right back.
This particular house, the Parker Group found it for us, and it just fit perfectly. They always had solutions. You'd call with a problem, and they'd address it immediately.
They're accessible. I mean, I think that's probably about the best way to put it. They're constantly getting back to us and letting us know, we have it, we're working on it, and we'll get back to you.
So between emails and DocuSigns, we were able to do everything remotely, and we could have even closed remotely. So they really showed us exactly what we were looking for.
Simplify your kitchen with a pull-out trash can, organized spice rack, or sliding shelves.
At Paul Davis, we designed your kitchen to work with your life.
And Paul Davis won't tear out your kitchen, so you don't have to worry about months of disruption. And you'll save money.
Instead, let us reface your kitchen cabinets in the latest style and color in just 3 days.
Right now, Paul Davis is offering free installation with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis for a free estimate.
We'll come see you as soon as tomorrow or visit our new showroom in Salisbury.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media.
Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
We'll go dancing, dancing, dancing with the shadows. Dancing with your shadow.
I know I used to be crazy. That's 'cause I used to be young. Dance, dance the night away.
1025 WBOC.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
Coast Life, one of the great things about being a part of this show has been learning all the stuff that happens in our area locally and, giving that information to you. It's the info that you care about. And we've got a big story on our hands. It's been in the works for a couple of years. To tell us more, the leading man of said story, Alex Seymore, a familiar face to you, one of our meteorologists. Welcome back, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. It's great being here.
Yes. So you've been working on a story for quite some time, I understand.
Yeah, it's taken a while to find all the people to interview for this story that actually want to talk about this topic.
Yeah, so let's dive in. What is this story about that you have been researching and putting together, and why is it such a big deal for our area?
Yeah, so I've actually been working on a story about saltwater intrusion. So obviously we're surrounded by the ocean, the bays and everything, and they're all salty. And obviously with climate change, seas are rising around here, and that impacts one of our biggest industries is agriculture.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of farmland that goes right up to marshes, goes right up to the ocean. And so the story is actually just diving in and how these rising seas or these coastal storms that are flooding our coastline are actually impacting the farmers here.
Yeah, so how did you even kind of start on this journey of this story? I know it's something you've been wanting to do for a little while now. Where did the thought even begin?
So obviously, I've grown up on Delmarva my whole life, so farming is a big thing here. It's the big, pretty much the biggest industry on Delmarva. So just finding something that kind of relates to a lot of people here along the coast. It's the way we eat, and it's the way that it's people's livelihood here on Delmarva, and just to connect that and show them, hey, this is being impacted by something that maybe we can have an impact on, just kind of like slowing down a little bit, or just show what the farmers are dealing with. Sometimes, particularly in this story, it's coastal storms were a big issue with that, and a big dune breach that actually caused a lot of their issues. Other areas, it is mainly just the rising seas, especially along the Chesapeake Bay and some of these Rehoboth Bay and things like that. It's just the rising seas. But there are parts of Delmarva that were more heavily impacted, and it's just diving in, talking to those farmers that were most impacted by some of these issues that we're already seeing them. A lot of people don't think we're already seeing these problems from climate change. They think, oh, they're still decades away.
It's always been a distant future kind of issue.
It's a distant future, but it's here. It's happening now, and it's impacting the people around us.
Yeah, so I guess let's talk a little bit about that impact. How is it impacting our local farmers? What are you seeing?
Yeah, so our local farmers are being impacted in a lot of ways. Some of their farmland just isn't usable anymore. Some farmland has actually just converted completely over to marsh. Obviously, can't farm a marsh. It's too wet, it's too salty. And then other areas, they're still able to grow things, but they're not getting as productive of a crop as they would normally get. So it's costing them a lot of money, and sometimes it's taken away land that these farmers have had for generations in their families.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we hear stories like this, and your knee-jerk reaction is, oh my gosh, how can I help? What can we do? Are there things that we as individuals can maybe do to kind of help prevent this or build this or whatever we can do to kind of help our farmers?
Yeah, so that part is a little more iffy. It's going to come down to...
That's the big question.
Yeah, that's the big question. And what exactly can we do to help? Obviously, there's things that we can do to try to help prevent climate change. For instance, just maybe driving a little less. Maybe going biking rather than taking a car
we love our coastal area. Might as well bike to get there.
A lot of people like to bike. And just doing things to protect the environment, make sure we're building up our marshland, because the marsh is taking over some of this farmland, but the marsh can also act as a barrier to this farmland. It's going to keep back those season. Natural filter is going to filter out a lot of that salt water. Unfortunately, a lot of our marshland around here is actually taken over by invasive species, but if we can plant native species in these marshlands that are actually going to take up this salt and just kind of protect our farmland, that's one of those things that we can do, farmers can do around here. But it really ultimately comes down to, what do these farmers want to do?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Alex, thank you so much for coming in. I know this is a really important and impactful story, and I know that viewers are going to want to learn more about it, so they're going to keep their eyes peeled for this story coming up sometime this week.
Yeah, sometime this week.
CoastTV News. All right. Well, we've got some more Coast Life to get to. You're not going to want to miss it, so stick around.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells. With our summer program that keeps your child physically and mentally active when they're out of school. Through captivating activities and insightful guest speakers, they will expand their knowledge in a fun and interactive way, including educational, hands-on field trips that'll keep your child entertained. Make every summer day memorable with Shells Early Learning Center. Register now and secure your spot in Shells summer program before the spots are gone. Shells, preparing our future generation.
Hey, are you the bath guy? Are you licensed and insured?
I believe you're looking for us.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focus, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Kids Catch, where their experience begins. Let their imagination run wild as they play, entertain, create, learn, explore. Play like a kid. Kids Catch on 2nd Street in Lewis.
And Tide Pool Toys and Games in Bethany, Fenwick, and now Rehoboth. Take your seat for the 8th Annual Ocean City Film Festival, March 7th through 10th. Enjoy 100 independent films and meet the people who made them. We're welcoming the legendary John Waters, live on stage with his Hairspray movie at the Ocean City Performing Arts Center on March 9th. Tickets start at just $59. Come on down and stay in an oceanfront hotel room starting at only $89 per night. Discover how to fest and get your passes at ocmdfilmfestival.com.
Dr. Phil's no-nonsense cure for what's ailing America. Next, Inside Edition, his new book, We've Got Issues, and his brutally honest look at the state of the nation today.
10 principles for saving this society.
Can common sense bring us back together? Then, behind the scenes at the SAG Awards. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on Coast TV.
Unreal.
Hi, gang. Good to see y'all.
It's National Geographic Week. 2 special wedges.
Look at this.
Once-in-a-lifetime cruise.
You're going on an expedition cruise to Baja, California.
Monday at 7 on Coast TV.
Next Jeopardy. The wait is over.
This is the biggest tournament of champions ever.
And it's off to a flying start.
Correct again. Oh, yeah.
Monday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Leah, we've all seen it, right? Please tell me you've seen it. Deal or No Deal?
Of course.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So good. I love Deal or No Deal. Did you watch it growing up when like there was just nothing really else on cable?
Not so much growing up, but sometimes when I was a receptionist in the lobby and like that was on, I was like, I gotta watch my programs. And
Exactly.
Deal or No Deal was one of the ones I had to watch.
And sometimes it's one of those things where you're like, I guess I'll just turn it on in the background. And next thing you know, you're like,
right, you're invested.
What's happening? Yeah, you have to know.
Not that one.
Pick the other case. Exactly. Yeah. Well, I know it's hard to believe, but Deal or No Deal is getting even better.
Yeah, this is interesting because like when we first kind of were talking about this, I was like, what?
Because who thought of this idea to take Deal or No Deal on an island? I know.
And they're not just playing the game on an island. It's not like you're just picking the suitcases on an island.
That would be
This
nice.
is sort of meaning like different challenges and stuff like that.
You have to like find your case, not
Get
just
physical.
guess it. Go into the wilderness, and it's something that I don't think I'm equipped for. But these people are. It's going to be really fun to watch. So we're going to give you just a quick little sneak peek of the premiere of Deal or No Deal Island. It looks so exciting, so let's watch it together.
Briefcases filled with tons of cash. Wait a minute.
What?
Here come the cases now, right on time.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Meet Kamari, the banker's assistant. Tossing over $4.2 million worth of cases into the jungle. One of them worth $1 million.
That's the big one right there.
You will compete in an excursion to retrieve those cases. Whoever gets the highest value case will be safe. Whoever gets the two lowest value cases will be up for elimination against the banker in a game of Deal or No Deal.
Ooh, that's a lot of money, Leah.
It is.
Just
And
sit in the woods.
all I kept thinking about was like, boy, you don't want to miss that throw if you're the person in the helicopter throwing the cases, right?
So you have one job.
One job.
I need to know what happens next. Do they have to climb the trees?
Are they like divided into teams or is it solo? I think he said teams, right?
I think so. Oh, I think
I
you're
was paying
kind of
attention.
right. But I think so. But you're also kind of like if you're not one of the people that gets one of the higher ones,
Right.
You don't get kicked out.
You gotta go. That'd be my luck, right? Like I do the hardest challenge. I'm
Right.
like, I did it, and I find the one that's like $2. And I'm like, dang it. I'll just see myself out.
Now wait, that's another question I have because remember in the first Deal or No Deal, you kind of wanted to get those lower numbers first, but in this one, I think you want to get the higher numbers first.
yeah.
So it is different. So if you liked Deal or No Deal, I think you're really going to like this.
I think so.
And I think it's just a little twist, and I'm excited to see how they push through.
I think I am too.
Awesome. So don't forget, that is tonight on Coast TV. You can watch it right there. And The Voices tonight as well.
That's
we
right.
Don't want to forget about that. So a really great evening to sit on your couch and hang out.
That's right. But coming up next on Coast Life, we're getting a little fiery in the comments. We've got another great debate coming your way. That's on the way.
It's Vernon Powell's winter clearance. Save up to 50% off shoes and boots, up to half off apparel and handbags. Winter clearance markdowns throughout the store on over 200 brands. Don't miss the winter clearance event at Vernon Powell, happening now in Salisbury and Rehoboth Beach.
Here for this nonsense? Let's just stop and rest. Oh wait, look, there's Hank. Hey, Hank. I wish I had a Hank like that.
Girl, I wish I had a house like that.
I heard he has a screened-in back porch.
Nah, I heard he has a courtyard.
You know he has a dog washing station in his house?
We should definitely invite ourselves over.
Right? We do need a spa day.
Yes, spa day.
Yeah, I say mani-pedi. Look at my nails. I've been digging in flower beds all day.
I had major ankle surgery and was wheelchair bound for 4 months. My doctor recommended Peninsula Home Care for physical and occupational therapy in my home, and I'm glad they did. I'm doing what I love, staying active with my children and grandchild, and working at the MAC Center. I am so very thankful for Peninsula Home Care.
Going above and beyond in Maryland and Delaware. Call Peninsula Home Care today.
Vision loss can be gradual, and your elderly loved ones might not realize how compromised their vision has become. There are some simple ways you can help. Clear all pathways in their home to prevent accidents. Label items with bright colors and make sure those items stay in a designated place. When you need help, consult with a professional in-home care provider. Home care services can set up a safety plan, assist with running errands and other tasks that might be difficult for them.
To learn more about home well care services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Villa Sorrento invites you and your family to join us for some of Delmarva's best authentic Italian cuisine. Experience the aroma of warm bread served at your table in a cozy atmosphere. Try seafood pescatore or pasta with grandma's gravy. Our New York style pizza and strombolis are a local's favorite. Top it off with cocktails, wine, and dessert. So for great food, good wine, great friends, good times, Villa Sorrento. That's amore. That's a nice.
Dripping like I just jumped out a lake, fam. And I'm setting trends cause I said so. Anything I'm rocking is the dress code. Didn't figure I could pull it off. Didn't figure I could pull it off. Didn't figure I could pull it off.
It's time, you know it, for the Great Debate. One of your favorite times of the week, one of our favorite times of the week, where everyone can tussle, we can fight, and all good fun.
Yes, exactly. You can think out your well-crafted arguments, or you can just throw right in there, get right in there. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter.
Or don't, just watch. Look at the comments and laugh with us.
That's right. But today's Great Debate is, and we thought this was an interesting one. We had a couple topics up for grabs here, but this was the one that we settled on. Is it rude to ask somebody their age?
I love this one. I think this one's very, depending on the situation.
I would agree with that, yeah.
If you're dating someone, please ask their age.
Right?
Start with that. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that's an offensive question to ask in a dating scenario.
No.
And I mean, I even sometimes ask, if I'm about to make a reference or crack a joke, I'll be like, wait, how old are you? Because they might not get it. And I'm like, well, this won't be as funny if you weren't alive.
I will say on the CoastLife team, it's funny because I think the youngest person on our team is 19, 20?
20,
newly 20. And the oldest person on our team is 40s?
Something.
It's not you.
It's not me.
40, I think like 40s. So it's funny because it is a bit of a gap.
Yes.
You sometimes make fun of yourself. I sometimes make fun of myself for feeling old. Because
off camera, we started this segment with Leah, you're old.
I may have. Leah's in her 30s, you guys. She's pushing it. I'm just kidding.
Right. Dead. Dust.
I'm almost 30.
Gone.
But we feel old in certain scenarios because, like I said, our youngest is 20.
What really hurt my feelings with that was I realized that a kid I used to babysit just turned 18. Oof. And I was like, I easily could have been our youngest employee's babysitter. Like the youngest guy on CoastLife's team.
Yeah.
I would have babysat him.
Exactly. It is strange to think about. Yeah. I'm just 22. Oh, no, I'm not.
Right.
But I do think that I wish it was more accepted to ask people's ages.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the tabooness of it comes from you're not supposed to ask a woman her age.
I think sometimes it can just depend on somebody, how they react to your answer to that question.
For sure.
So one time, I was walking down the beach, Rehoboth Avenue. I'm going from a little walk, and this guy was he stopped me, and he goes, I got to ask for your number. And I was like, well, I got a boyfriend, and I really did. I was not telling a lie there. And he was like, oh, no, it's okay. And then he was kind of talking me up, and he was like, but I got to ask, how old are you? And I was like, here we go. And I was 26 at the time, so I was like, I'm 26. And he goes, wow, you look great for your age. And I was like, what? I felt my fingers gnarl and my back hunch, and I turned into the horrible old witch that this kid thought I was. And I was like, how old are you? And he was like, 22. And I was like, what? He's not. So I think social media really does play a hand in that too, where people have obscured what your 20s is supposed to look like.
I guess so, and I think you're right. On TikTok all the time I'm seeing people, and it's really sad. Some girl will post it's my 26th birthday, come along with me, and that's it, and it's an innocent post. Yes. And then people in the comments are like, ew, girl, you look 35, and it's like, whoa,
right.
Let her live her life.
Right?
It's so
awful.
mean. Also, not all of us can afford or want to get stuff done that a lot of us are getting at a younger age.
Yes.
So just let it be. I think it's taboo. I like to ask people, especially that we work with, because even just in any company, you're going to have the new intern starting out, the person that's been there for years, and it's like you said, it's just kind of nice to ask, like, wait, how old are you? Okay, you will understand my SpongeBob reference.
Right, exactly. So as always, we turn this over to you guys. We love to hear from you. Tori says, I guess it depends on the circumstance, but I definitely think we're in a time now where talking about one's age is an open topic, and many older people are embracing it.
Love.
Kelly responded to Tori saying, why does it matter? You only ask a person's age so that you can pass judgment on that person, unless it's for professional reasons. But I think I disagree with Kelly a little bit. I think I say, you might ask somebody again just to see, like, hey, are you going to get this joke? To just kind of feel the room a little bit,
I think, too, it's just, I don't know, like, you ask young people, young kids, how old they are all the time. I just don't see what's wrong with it. I feel bad, Kelly, if you've had someone ask that and then pass judgment on you. I've seen that happen to others before.
Oh, sure.
So it does happen, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's not that rude to ask. And I think we all need to just band together and make it just like, okay, no one's gonna get offended. There's nothing wrong with aging.
There isn't, and I think aging is such a weird thing because you really only get it as you do. You know what I mean? Like, as you age, everything kind of starts clicking into place, and you realize, like, oh man, when I was 20, 30 felt so far away. And then when you're 30, you're like, 40 feels so far away. And I'm sure when I'm 40, I'll be like, I'm so old, but then when I'm 50, I'll be like, I was so young. You know what I mean? And you only see it as you step into those roles. So I think, as your 20s are sort of your second adolescence these days, I think we are staying younger a little bit longer. Also, as people continue to live a little bit longer, your adolescence gets prolonged in a way that I think we have never really seen before. So it's all very interesting. But yeah, you don't really get it until you experience it.
For sure. So don't forget, go on our Facebook page and comment and let us know. That'll still be posted. And especially if you think, don't ask about my age. I want to hear from more of you guys.
Right?
I think.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. But we do have some more Coast Life to get to that we love to hear from you there as well, so stick around.
Don't miss any of your favorite Coast Life moments. Hang out with us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're there. And don't forget, you can find full episodes of Coast Life at coastlife.com. There's more Coast Life on the way.
On Coast TV News at 5.
Lewis dredging completion. After a month-long delay, how the newly dredged canal benefits local boaters and fisheries.
Berlin beverage debate. Could hard liquor at events change the game for Berlin businesses?
Saltwater farming crisis. With rising sea levels, Delaware's farmers face a growing threat, what this means for our local food supply.
And we have record-setting heat across the country, but it's also affecting us as well. How high will we go? Coming up on Coast TV News at 5.
Every visit is an adventure at Browse About Books in Rehoboth Beach. Search our hand-picked book collection and find something in every genre. From bestsellers to some of our staff picks, you'll uncover a new adventure every time. After you've browsed our extensive book selection, explore our gift shop, where you'll find an exciting array of toys, gifts, Rehoboth-themed items, and home decor. Browse About Books on Rehoboth Avenue, a fun, friendly place to shop for books and so much more.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Sometimes life can be a bit out of focus. So at Wink Vision Center, we have next day eye exams available so you can see clearly as soon as possible. Shop our vast selection of designer frames from Vera Wang, Tiffany, Maui Jim, and Under Armour. Already have a prescription? Bring it to us. Wink puts life in better focus, from improving vision to designer frames and quality customer service.
The choice is clear. Wink Vision, Ocean City, and Cambridge.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Well, we are nearing the end of Black History Month, but people on Delmarva are still honoring the month. They're still sharing a lot of history with you, and we are really excited to dive into the history of not just Black history, but sports. So today, I'm sitting down with Mike with the Lewis Baseball Club, and right now we are inside the Cinema Arts Theater. Mike, the Rehoboth Film Society coming up, they have this really cool showing of something called the League, and it follows what was known as the Negro League back in the day. For those of us who don't know, because you're a baseball history buff, what was the Negro League?
Well, there were actually a lot of different Negro Leagues.
Okay.
And there was white baseball, and of course back during the times of segregation, there were black leagues. And there were local teams here on the Delmarva Peninsula, actually. Teams had, cities had their own teams, and there was a white team and often a black team.
Wow.
But the film that we're going to be showing is talking about what people probably know as the Negro Leagues. And teams in Pittsburgh, like the Pittsburgh Crawdads and the Cleveland Buckeyes and the Indianapolis Clowns, teams like that. And there were great ball players like Josh Gibson from the Pittsburgh Crawdads, were probably considered one of the best catchers in Negro League history, probably in baseball history.
Right.
So we're real excited to celebrate that and to share some of the stars of the Negro Leagues with folks here in the Lewis and Rehoboth area. Definitely,
and it sounds really cool. From what I understand, the League, the movie, has this like unearthed archival video, never before seen interviews, and I know you've seen a touch of this documentary before, this movie before. What really spoke to you from what you've seen?
I think just, first of all, of course, the struggles that they went through. People are probably very familiar with Jackie Robinson and his story of integrating Major League Baseball with the Brooklyn Dodgers. But to have their own league, to go through the struggles, to want to make the major leagues, and probably to be just as good as the players that were on major league teams at the time, is something that really resonates today too, about finding your place and being able to achieve your dreams. And the men were able to do that, but some of the footage that they've found, some of the stories that they've uncovered, I mean, it's going to be a treat to see it on the screen. And there's a lot of names people are already familiar with, like Jackie, like Josh Gibson, like Satchel Paige, Buck O'Neill, some great players.
Wow, that's really incredible. I can't wait to see this as well. But as someone who really doesn't know a lot about baseball history, I know that you do, because the Lewis Baseball Club, if you guys didn't know, they do celebrate the history of the sport. It's baseball, 2 words. That kind of shows you a little bit about what it is. But what's some of your favorite things about how history has changed in baseball?
Well, I think just the fact that it's dynamic.
Yeah.
It reacts to the day. It was the first professional sport to integrate, back in the 40s with Jackie Robinson. It's often at the leading edge of what America's trying to do, or thinks it is, or thinks it wants to be. The rules are constantly evolving, even today. There's a pitch clock, right? And a few years ago that would have been crazy to think about that. The distances between the bases stay the same. The distance from the pitcher mounds changes a little bit, but baseball's there, and it's really it can be a harbinger of what is happening in America. If you think back into the 70s with or into the 60s with the influx of Latino players into Major League Baseball, and what that means for our communities now, and of course the rich Latino heritage and culture that we have here in southern Delaware. So in 2024, so it foreshadows what's to come, and it kind of shows people what's happening in America.
We've come a long way.
We have.
And I'm sure that the League, this showing, is really going to show that and prove that. And already people are interested. They're getting tickets. Just so you know, you don't have to buy the tickets. It's free, which is so exciting. I think it's great that we're making it really accessible to people. But there's a lot of interest in this. So how can people make sure that they save their spot and they get a seat to see the League?
They can contact the Rehoboth Beach Film Society, the Cinema Arts Theater here, and reserve a seat, or they can contact the club, the Lewis Baseball Club, by email, and that's lewisbaseball@gmail.com to reserve a seat. There's only 104 seats in this beautiful theater, and we already have 77 accounted for, so as of today. So get out there and get your seat.
Definitely, this is some history you do not want to miss. So again, this is all happening the 28th, and it is at the Cinema Arts Theater, you guys. So make sure you email, you go online, do what you got to do, and let's say you do have to miss it, or you just get really excited for what Rehoboth Film Society has coming up. Don't forget to, on their website, they're celebrating Women's History Month next month. They have a lot coming up with local pets, just a lot of good history and celebrating what we have coming up. So Mike, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
And I'm sure you guys will see Mike on the 28th at the showing of the league.
I'll be here.
Sounds good.
To it.
All right, sounds good. We're going to see you guys in just a minute. More Coast Life's coming your way.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. But I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew is a good crew. Really fine people, are professional, and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
In honor of the Preston Frogs' 40th birthday and leap year, we are rolling it back right here at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. We're going to sell Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Rams for $29 over invoice. It may be the Frog's birthday, but you'll be getting the gift of savings. You'll receive a Frog with every purchase, just like we have since 1984. Shop the deals online at MillsboroCDJR.com. Order online and we'll deliver to you. And remember, cars cost less with Preston.
I have patients that honestly have become friends, and I see like how resilient they were and how well they pulled through and tried every day. I'm privileged to be a part of their care. I'm kind of celebrating there with them.
I've come across a lot of amazing people. Kathy, I tell you, she's the best. She's a sweetheart. Those efforts helped me so much, and I truly appreciate her for it. Most of it, she got me through.
Unreal.
Hi gang, good to see y'all.
It's National Geographic Week. 2 special wedges.
Look at this.
Once in a lifetime cruise.
You're going on an expedition cruise to Baja, California.
Monday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy. The wait is over.
This is the biggest tournament of champions ever.
And it's off to a flying start.
Correct again. Oh yeah.
Monday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Dr. Phil's no-nonsense cure for what's ailing America. Next, Inside Edition, his new book, We've Got Issues, and his brutally honest look at the state of the nation today.
10 principles for saving this society.
Can common sense bring us back together? Then, behind the scenes at the SAG Awards. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
Cheers to 50 years of the players. Here's to the jaw-dropping Eagles, 60-foot birdies,
Better than most.
and that one pesky seagull. Here's to making an entrance, making a statement,
It's not a shot you practice.
and making a splash. All at the PGA Tour's gold standard, the Players' Championship on NBC and Peacock.
Have you always wanted to know what it feels like to live like a celebrity? You can, just for a few days. Christina Aguilera is putting her home on Airbnb.
Ooh.
It's near Las Vegas.
Okay.
So we have a little bit to travel if we're going to go there.
All right.
But you're going to get free tickets to a show. Ooh. You are going to be able to stay in her house that has a pool, and obviously a nice backyard, and a free boudoir shoot in her bedroom.
Fun.
How fun is that? Also, you get to hang out with her for one of the nights. She's going to come over. You'll have dinner or drinks together.
Okay, like this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch?
Well, you got to pay for yourself to get there. Nah, I don't know if that's a great deal or not.
Well, maybe. I feel like there's a lot of Groupon trips to Vegas, so maybe you could kind of like pad this out a little bit.
True.
I think we should do some planning because I think this could be really, really fun.
Coast Life from Christina Aguilera's house?
Yes.
insane.
Christina Aguilera life for one day.
That would
2
be
days,
so
whatever it was.
Cool. I think overall the deal is good because there's a lot more that goes into it, like things that you get. So I think if you're going to pay to get yourself there.
Yeah, I'm sure it balances out.
Yeah, I especially think because like we're coming from way across the country.
True.
So maybe if someone
If you're a little bit closer, it'd be a great deal.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just spend
steal
like
even.
$100.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think we should still apply.
I think we should too.
I just go on Airbnb. She's going to try to pick some people, and
That's all you gotta do?
I think it's only 2 people that get to go.
Okay, well, we're 2 people. It could be us.
I did tell meteorologist Bob Tryhe he could come, so I might have to do a little lottery action.
All
here.
right.
But
Fair
we'll
enough.
see.
If you've already spread the love a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
You know,
I
if
know.
you apply
Sorry.
and you win, let us know.
If you're lonely.
We'd love to hear about the trip. You know,
or take us with you.
Or take us with you.
We'll come.
We're small.
You'll pay for us, right? We're small. We'll squeeze in there.
We won't take up any space.
Exactly. I like when celebrities do this. It's a nice touch. I think
so too. It's kind of fun.
Especially that Christina will stop by. I guess it is her home.
True. Probably one of many, but you know, she'll be like, yeah, I'll come home for a few minutes, say hi.
Exactly.
Make some margs.
Oh my God, if someone from Delmarva won this, that'd be sick.
We'd want to talk to you.
All right.
On CoastLife.
I think we're actually going to go right now. Try it out.
All right. We are going to get out of here.
Yes.
Have a great rest of your Monday. We will be back here tomorrow, 4 p.m. as always. So have a great rest of your day. Coast TV News at 5 takes it from here.